Okay, joining us now here on Super 6 is Kovai Sathiyan, spokesperson of the AIADMK. We also have Arun Nehru, Member of Parliament from the Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam. Vanakkam, thank you both for your time. Thank you for joining us here on India Today. Mr. Arun Nehru, I'd like to begin with you on what your response is to Vijay's video statement, nearly 5 minutes long, where essentially he's suggesting that all of this is a conspiracy, where he's even sent across a message to the Chief Minister saying, if you want to target someone, target me, not the people.
Good evening, ma'am. Thanks for the opportunity. So let's take 2 minutes to understand what happened in the last few days. Unfortunate incident. And as any political party, we are responsible for the rally, for our people, and for the safety and security of those people who are attending with the common public. This is common knowledge, irrespective of whoever the party is. So it's very easy to blame, the police there, because whatever information that the police deployment only happened because of the information that's being provided by the political party that was involved there. Number one. And number two is, let's take two videos. Yesterday, Honorable CM Sir issued a statement video where he called upon all party leaders to come with opinions and ideas so that something like this never happens. And he also made a point to tell that even Mr. Vijay would not have, realized that such a situation would have happened and would not have welcomed. That is a video from a leader. Now you have Mr. Vijay's video today, where he went with various theories and various apprehensions of what happened there. And he personally said he's pained. I mean, of course, we all are pained, but after sentences, the pain was not attributed to any loss of lives there, unfortunately. As common man would actually look forward from a leader, where he went on about conspiracy theories. Now, there's also an oxymoron here. On one side, they say the police protection was not offered to them, and hence, such an unfortunate incident happened. And today's video, you had Mr. Vijay saying that, why are you arresting rumor mongers? Why are you arresting people who have just got their own theories on board? So this is completely oxymoron. It's two sides. On one side, you're asking for protection of the law. On the other side, you're saying people who are, taking a stand with Mr. Vijay, but opposing the law are okay. So I think the law is equal across. And we still feel that this incident must be taken from an objective standpoint and not take a political standpoint here, because we are answerable to the 40 lives, all political parties here for that matter. See, for us, from the government, we are responsible for public safety. And if you had noticed the timeline of events, right, when this incident happened at 7:30, 10 a.m., 10 p.m., CM went to the secretariat to announce the relief. He took a flight out to Trichy at 1 a.m., reached the spot there at 2 a.m., and by 4:30, he had all the government functionary around 4 districts to ensure that this, the people who have departed have a dignified send-off. This is the governance. See, we can go blame game, right? But ultimately, there were two rallies. You had the leader of opposition who just a week before, the same spot with the same amount of crowd there. There was absolutely no problem there. And a week before, a DMK had a larger conference too. There was no issue there.
No, but for that matter, sir, Mr. Arun Nehru, the TVK also held several rallies in which nothing happened until what happened in Karur. The simple point here is, I'm glad you're saying that law and order is something the government is responsible for. In which case, in this particular circumstance too, shouldn't the cops be held responsible? Why are we constantly only having a conversation about TVK being responsible? Why is there no conversation about the police also and the lack of action that they did?
No, let's be very clear on this point, right? Law and order is a state subject, and the state has laid down various conditions so something like this doesn't happen. I mean, this has been going on even in the last 4 rallies. The police have given them so many conditions to ensure that this hasn't happened. None of those conditions were followed. So you just simply cannot. No, you just simply cannot take the police saying.
The police enforces. So if they don't enforce, there's a problem.
No, without the cooperation of the organizers, do you believe that just 500 police, without the cooperation of the organizers, will be held responsible for whatever the error the organizers did? Is that the statement you're trying to convey here?
No, the statement I'm trying to make is that I'm sure the police also have certain intel about an event, how many people are expected there. If that hasn't happened, that's a failure on their part too. If they had no intel and only deployed 500 cops there.
That's exactly the point I'm also trying to make. The police have gotten information that the crowd will still be larger and asked TVK to ensure that certain arrangements were made in place. I don't think they had the experience to make those arrangements in place is the whole point that I'm trying to make.
Kovai Sathiyan, your opening comments. There have been several questions about sabotage, about conspiracy. What do you think?
Good evening. Let's not get into this conspiracy theory now. I have few fundamental questions. I hope Honorable MP can take this forward and give a clarity to the people. Point number one is this. They say TVK gave an estimate of 10,000 people, but wherein 27,000 turned. So that's why it went out of control. The TVK is to be blamed. TVK is a political startup. It might not be able to predict precisely how much will turn out. Giving that benefit out of last year, it is this government which held an air show in Chennai, and these are the ones who made that prediction. But still, 5 precious lives were lost. Hasn't this government learned its lesson? Post that show, 60 crores worth of drones were purchased. You know for what purpose, man? For the same purpose of crowd management. To count the number of hits, to count the number of men and women that will take part in a crowd and how to manage the crowd better, to identify the density of the crowd. Why it was not put in use for any rallies thereafter? The question two is today, the additional chief secretary says 6 ambulances belong to TVK, 7 or 8 from government. 33 private ambulances were called in to help people, which means that a larger number of people took the services of a private ambulances. Why this government still not has released the number of people who are admitted in the private hospitals and what is the status quo? Why the numbers only from GH is coming out? And then point number 3, which is very clear. The police personnel present was 500 is what the Davidson Devasirvadam made a statement by calling a press meet in Trichy. And today is sitting along with the additional chief secretary. Chief secretary is making a statement there were 1 policeman for 20 people. If you had government has anticipated 20K, there should have been 1,000 policemen. There were not even 100 policemen. And how many more lies you will peddle just to ensure that you do the damage control exercise? And last 3 days, in all the debates, DMK spokesperson didn't agree or didn't admit that there was a lathi charge by the police force. And today, additional chief secretary agreed there was a lathi charge by the police because crowd didn't give way for Vijay's vehicle to pass by. So this is where the conspiracy theory starts. The moment he started to sing about 10 rupees, Sendil Balaji, who is the minister there, the current was snapped and police lathi charge took place and there was a chaos. So can't this be a conspiracy? And what is fueling the conspiracy more is the number 1 video released by the TVK functionary's wife. TVK functionary who got arrested today, his wife, she is stating, I was there. I could see rowdies praying and women fainting after the spray. And what happened thereafter, nobody knows. We are all stuck to the pothole, which where there 10-15 people fell on that pothole. And yes, there were a larger casualty. There is another video of a lady who is admitted in the hospital with a mask and she says, I was punched on my face, right on my face, and my valuables are stolen. If you say police intelligence was there and they did a good job, do you admit that rowdies, miscreants, anti-social elements all were present in the rally and your police force still did a good job?
Add to it is also a video of a woman saying that there were people stabbing some of those who were there at the rally as well.